Hello everyone, it's time for another in-depth English review. This time I'm playing Rumble in the jungle and I'm against the Lee Sin. The runes and masteries are in the description of the video, as well as the timestamps of the plays and mistakes for those of you who don't like to wait around too much. Now you saw that Lee Sin wanted to put a ward down on my blue. I came across him there because I wanted to start his raptors and then go for his red and then go for my blue side. It's a tactic I like to do with junglers. I like to avoid early, and with Rumble you want to avoid Lee Sin early because he's way stronger than you are. So already mess up here. I let the raptors de-aggro a bit too much. I want to kite them around a little bit so I can kill all the small raptors and get level 2. But I kited around a little bit too much, and yeah, you see what happens. I can still do the raptors, but it cost me some time, some extra time. And now Lee Sin is able to find me at my red buff. So I'm gonna go raptors blue, raptors red, wolves blue, Grom. It will give me level 4. And I want to get to level 6 as fast as I can. Now Lee Sin also tricked me. I thought he would start at his red buff. That's why I didn't start at his raptors. But yeah, he started his blue anyways. He doesn't see me here, but he sees my flame spitter now. But he's too late. So no red buff for this Lee Sin. So this is very good for me. First of all, I avoided Lee Sin, and I will avoid him even more. And second of all, I'm ahead in CS already. And I still have my top side to clear. So yeah, this will be a bit of a slow game in the early game. Because yeah, I'm against the Lee Sin. I don't want to do much early game, because if he counter ganks me, yeah, my laner and I are both dead. I want to get level 6, I want to get those good ults off, and that's how you carry as Rumble jungle. So jungling itself, it's pretty hard on Rumble. You see me kite around my abilities a lot. When I have my flame spitter and my shield up, I will just auto attack the buffs or the camps. But when it's both on cooldown, I like to kite around the camp a bit. And when you overload, you can auto attack. If you don't do this, you lose too much health and you can't gank anymore. Another little trick I noticed is that Grom's attack speed is very high in the beginning when you attack him, but it slows down the longer you are fighting with it. So kite it around a little bit in the beginning to get less damage. The Grom and the buffs are the hardest things to do as Rumble, because yeah, you have a lot of AoE, but your single target damage is not that high. So try to kite those camps around the most. So I'm just a bit unlucky here. Lee Sin steals my river crab. He's still level 3, I'm level 4. I could have maybe fought him, but I'm a bit low, so if he hits 1 Q, I'm dead. So no reason to try that. So use your W to get back into your jungle faster. It's not that much of a movement speed buff, but it still helps. Just clearing this camp because I haven't done this one yet. And I can see if I can get a gank off. So my mid laner kills both the opponent and the jungler. That's very good. I know Lee Sin is dead, so I can go and invade him. That's very good in the early game, because normally you can't invade Lee Sin in case he shows up and he kills you. But if he's dead, I can easily do it. So instead of ganking, I'm going to go for his Grom. Put a deep ward down in case Lee Sin shows up, because I still don't want to fight him, even if he died. Pull the camp a bit towards your escape spot, and I can enter, or I can exit with the blast cone. So I'm pulling it towards the blast cone. After level 6, this will all change, because I will be stronger than Lee Sin. Well, not stronger per se, but I at least have a chance to kill him with my ult. But before that, I really need to play like a pussy. I know Lee Sin is in the bot side, so I'm keeping the river crab near the mid side so he doesn't steal one again. It's all these small things you need to worry about in the beginning. How to kite your camps around, how to do your camps, to not get invaded on early. Those are all important things with Rumble in the jungle in the early game. It's different if you have an enemy jungler that's also weak, which you can kite around easily, like for example a Rammus. You can just E him if he comes after you and he will be slowed and yeah. But Lee Sin, you can't kite around Lee Sin if he hits a Q or he has a ward jump. Or if he kicks you and then Qs you. So yeah, that's a bit of a problem in this game. That guy will be pretty fat later on, so yeah, I will keep doing this until I'm confident enough that I can beat him. So if you look at both team comps, you see that we are a lot better at team fighting as well. It's just because of my Rumble jungle pick, because without my ult, we wouldn't be so good at team fighting. And the only one that's good at team fighting in their team is, yeah, Sona and Gangplank. So I didn't know the ward was here. This Gangplank is playing safe, but not safe enough that I thought this was warded. So very well done by him. You see a cannon minion in the left top of the screen. I thought he would go for that, so I'm just waiting here until he tries to Q that minion. But yeah, you can see it on the part of the map that he will double barrel it. And that will show me that he's just way too passive. I can't gank someone that's that passive. So I'm just gonna continue clearing. There's a scuttle crab again. I'm just gonna go for that. But very well played. That's what you want to do as a laner. If a jungler is ganking your lane and you see him, try to waste as much of his time as you can. This Gangplank did that very well. I thought he was just afraid of Zed, but yeah, he just saw me. So while bot lane gets a double kill, that's very nice. I don't know Lee Sin is in my bot side jungle, or else I would have invaded him top. I see him now. But yeah, now it's a bit too late. But I still could have gone for his Raptors red buff and then Krugs. I give my blue buff immediately to my mid laner. Normally I don't do this, but yeah, she's doing very well. That's point one. I want to give it to her. And second of all, I'm Rumble jungle and I don't need a blue buff. So I thought Lee Sin would maybe go for the dragon. That's where I'm walking towards now. This is not efficient. I lost my lead with this with this pathing. But at least I know he doesn't have the dragon. So it's not the worst. But yeah, Lee Sin is already equal to me in CS again. I'm still ahead in levels, I think. No, not even. He's ahead in levels now too. So I should really watch out now. So I want to use my ult, put it on cooldown. But yeah, Kassadin is not really the ideal person to gank for me. Because if he doesn't ult in, I can't really do anything. So I'm waiting here to see if Ahri hits a charm or he ults. But he doesn't do both. Yeah, he gets hit by the charm, but he doesn't ult. So yeah, I can't really do anything. I'm not gonna waste my my ult on that. And I'm just gonna continue my clear. So wasted a lot of time. Lee Sin is back in the game. Compared to me at least. We are still behind of our top laner, for example. He's very far ahead. And our mid laner is ahead too. I cleared my bot side jungle. Now I can go for my top side. We see Lee Sin is there.
Killing spree.
Not much I can do at the moment. I'm trying to find Lee Sin because I know he's very low. I thought he would go for his jungle, but I didn't know he cleared it already. Trying to find him, yeah. That wouldn't have hit him, even if he backed a little bit later. And yeah, I'm wasting a lot of time because he just cleared this side of the jungle. So I'm not getting anything from it. Luckily his Raptors is still up. I know he's backing, so he can't be here yet. But yeah, he is close. He misses his Q here, and I still have an E up. I just slow him, and now I can do my bot side jungle. So I know Lee Sin doesn't have a reason anymore to be in the top side. I just checked this whole jungle and stole his raptors. So I know he's going towards the blue side or he's going to invade me, one of the two. But I'm guessing he's going towards his bot side jungle. So I'm figuring I can steal the Rift Herald here. You're pretty good at taking Rift Herald as Rumble because you have continuous damage, you don't need mana, and you have a shield to block the slow auto attacks the Rift Herald has. Oh, I'm first going to go for Gank in the top side. Yes. We are not on a ward now. I wanted to dive him. I'm waiting for the ZW. He said he had it, but yeah, I get a bad ult off. We at least get the Gangplank ult. So Zed should be able to kill him easily on his own. But yeah, that was a very bad ult by me. We see Lee Sin on the bot side. So now I can do this Rift Herald. So the most important thing with the Rift Herald is hitting it in the eye. That does the most damage. The rest doesn't even matter that much. You also want to avoid his powerful attack. You can see it in a second. You can see his hands turning purple. Yeah, that one. You want to avoid that one because it does like 10% max HP damage or something. I will put it in the video. So you don't need help with this. Just hit it in the eye. Guide it around a little bit. So the Ahri is trailing the Lee Sin behind her. I was a bit afraid he would check this, but luckily he doesn't. I can't really help the Ahri. I'm just gonna clear. Lee Sin still gets the Ahri. Try to go over, but I see they are both too low. I can't really help them anymore. So I'm just taking this, and that Ahri doesn't need blue. Now I have a Rift Herald, and the first blood turret is still up for debate. So I'm just immediately walking bot side. My bot side is doing great anyways, so I want to camp there now. And now I have my ult, so it's pretty easy. So I'm waiting for my ult until I see that the Vayne is CC'd. She gets killed here, so I ult immediately. And she dies to the Tristana. I need her to be CC'd because Vayne can just roll out. And then all my damage is gone. But it works out. Leona gets a beautiful flash stun. Her ult misses, but yeah, I don't need Sona to be CC'd. He doesn't do any damage, so I don't care. But the Vayne needs to be CC'd. So we get the first blood turret. That's a lot of extra gold for our team. We're moving this ward, and now I can take my Kreygasm. So finally we did something. It takes a while with Rumble Jungle. I already have my jungle item completed, and I'm going for Protobelt next. You can go for Leandre's Torment as well. Maybe Zonia's is also good. It would be good in this game because they have a lot of AD damage. And a lot of people that can blow you up. And then Zonia's is a good idea. And everyone knows that your Q still goes through with Rumble, even if you're Zonia'd. So you can do a lot of damage with that. With people that go in on you. So Zonia'd is always a good item. I just like the Protobelt, so you have a little bit more catching potential. And as a jungler, that's very important. Because they usually don't expect you. So they run away when you come to their lane. And if you have a little bit of extra gap closer and then a slow, for example, from the blue smite or your E or your ulti, that's a great way to gank. So we see them going for the mid turret.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Their whole team is there. Oh yeah, 3 of them, the mid laner and 3 and the bot lane. So I'm waiting here. Leona's also coming, and she hits a nice ult here. I throw my ult on that, and you see how much damage that is. I just flash in to slow the Sona, and we get a double kill. Was a very nice ult. This sound is a bit buggy. I'm gonna remove that for a second. Oh, like this. I edited it out. It was very annoying for me. I only noticed it after 5 minutes. I'm like, why am I still hearing Rumble's Q? I'm not even looking at Rumble. Or I'm dead. Anyways, Leona's is tanking, so we can easily take this dragon without being in danger. Lee Sin wasn't even around, but you never know. I really like this Leona. He's going for the plays, and I really can follow up very well with Rumble. So very nice pink ward here. I sometimes put that ward in the enemy jungle as well. People often just run past it. It was there for 10 minutes already, so nice ward. Probably Lee Sin put it down, I'm guessing. Not really sure though. So we see another fight going off. I get a beautiful ult again on 2 people. And Kassadin gets stunned. I Protobelt into his face. We kill Vayne. And yeah, Lee Sin gets a nice kick into 2 people. But luckily our Zed has everything. And he gets killed as well. He was pretty fat in the meanwhile. He had a lot of kills. But this is one of the problems that Lee Sin has. I don't recommend Lee Sin for climbing. If you want to have fun, it's okay. But he's very bad at climbing. And I will give you the reason why. It's because you just naturally take a lot of kills from your team. And Lee Sin doesn't skill well. And usually his team does skill well. Like, for example, now. We have one of the best scaling teams I can imagine. Except for the Lee Sin. And yeah, Lee Sin has all the kills now. So his team is useless. And they will be useless unless he gives them some kills. But yeah, Lee Sin is not good at that. Only if you can insect very well and in the early game give away kills. And yeah, that's just very hard to do. And sometimes you don't even know if your team can do anything with it because they are bad. So I understand Lee Sin getting the kills, but yeah, you are getting your team very far behind. I'm just clearing the side of my jungle. We are fighting with my laners, with my mid lane a bit, but Leona's there, so there's no problem. We are going to collapse on the bot side. Our team is coming behind me. I get a beautiful ult again. Vayne needs to back off towards us, and she dies. Zed also kills the Kassadin. Could have gone for a Gangplank there, but he slows me. He doesn't do much damage yet, because normally those barrels do a shitload of damage, but not to me at least, at the moment. So I'm just gonna take this turret. Very dry, 1 auto attack from an AP carry. And yeah, push this in. I wanted to go for his bot side, but I see... No, I don't see it's up. But I know his red buff is up. I just saw it spawn. I'm going for this first. Always pull it into the bush, so the Lee Sin doesn't immediately see that you're doing it, because he could have stolen it here. But because he didn't have vision, I get it. So I'm trying to save my Leona here. But it's only the 2 of us, so I don't want to fight yet. But Zed is on the way. Tristana gets a beautiful kill on the Kassadin, and we are just following their team. So I get a beautiful Protobelt KS there. I love those things. That's why I take Protobelt to KS, nothing more. So we keep the pressure here, so they can't do anything to Tristana. But we are just gonna go to mid. I'm going back? Never mind. I'm going back. I could have stayed with my team. Don't know if I have an important buy. Yeah, I have. I have Leandri's. That's pretty important, but yeah, they kill my team. And I thought they would go for my mid turret. But I see here they are not going for my mid turret, and there's only one objective then left that needs the entire team, and that's the Baron. Now I think I could have 1v4'd here if my ult was a little bit better. But at least I get the Gangplank, he gets killed by the Baron. And I could have gotten Vayne here if I hit that E. Yeah, I thought I would be the hero here and get a quadra kill and maybe even clean up the Baron. I should have waited with my ult. If I waited like half a minute longer and then ulted, I think they would have been destroyed. So a bit of impatience by me, but we didn't have any vision on the Baron. So I didn't know how low it was, but they were all low and very, very weak, so I could have known. So I smited that dragon away because Lee Sin was on the other side, and he can easily kill steel dragon. Was a bit of a bad ult by me on the Vayne and Sona. I think I could have killed them both if I just waited a bit more. We at least get Sona and our Zed gets Vayne. So it's at least a 2-for-1. And yeah, beautiful ult by the Leona. We get the Gangplank and we get the Lee Sin here. He can't run away from us. And yeah, that's a free inhibitor. We're even going for some inhibit of base turrets here. But someone is already tanking here, I thought. Because as soon as I go on Kassadin, the turret does an insane amount of damage to me. I don't know why. I don't think those turrets are stronger than normal turrets. But I could be wrong. And yeah, I die instantly to Kassadin. Now Tristana dies too, because she jumps towards a wall and gets pinned to it by the Vayne. And yeah, Ahri can't kill the Vayne, because she has too much healing with the Sona around, and the Blade of the Ruined King she probably has. Oh no, she didn't have lifesteal yet. Maybe she has Warlord's Bloodlust. Or maybe it's just the Sona. Could be. She has Ardent Sensor, so she heals a shit ton. So yeah, that was a bit bad. Could have probably won there. So Lee Sin just used his Q. I'm just ulting him. It's a very big slow and I do some damage over time with my ult and Liandry's, so we kill him. Reign of Obliviation, Rumble said. Yeah, that was quite correct. And here I do a stupid thing. I thought Ahri was around, but she isn't. I Zhonya's the barrel damage because I would have almost died. And I'm a bit too low. I thought I could one-shot Vayne here, but not with Sona there. I thought Leona was a bit closer as well, but she was a bit too far away, so that was my bad. I just die in a stupid way. Luckily, our carries are still living, so Tristana just kills everyone here. Ahri goes after the Lee Sin. That's a nice division of labor. Because Tristana needs to auto-attack the base, of course. So Lee Sin is an idiot. He comes close, while the Ahri still has a W. And he kills himself. So yeah, that was the game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like or subscribe to my channel. And I'll speak to you next time.